Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce. This your host, Drake Bailey.
And it's your man, Ghost Thomas. What it is, people.
Man, Bill Blockham Logan in the building, man. Big ups to all you FBBs out there, man. We appreciate you, man. We love you. We love you, man.
What you said? FBB?
FBBs, man.
Full beautiful, biggins?
Built.
Built.
Whatever you want to put FBBs at, man. We appreciate the FBBs, actually. Tuning in to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio,
full,
man.
Beautifully built.
There you go. Damn it, Bill.
Man.
Coming through. Jeez. Yeah.
Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio, man. It's what we do every
Beautiful thing.
Tuesday at 6 p.m., man. Also every Saturday at 2 p.m., man. We are here to give you guys the best of sports talk radio. We know that the COVID-19 exists, right?
Yeah.
We know that there are precautions that have to be made for everyone worldwide.
Yep.
But that does not mean that you cannot get your sports fix.
It
Period.
does not mean that.
Okay. Even though there's no sports going on, there is still plenty of sports debate.
Plenty.
And we got a UConn one, Team A and Team B that we're going to talk about, man.
Boy.
Some of the best players to come out of UConn, man.
Oh, boy.
Big ups to whoever threw that post up, because I thought that was a good one. I caught myself looking at the whole list like, you can go with any one of them. I mean, I'm looking at Khalid El-Amin like, I don't know, man. I'm not going to sit here and downgrade his contribution to that Connecticut Husky team.
Not at all.
Chunky as he was.
Boy,
Yeah.
but you couldn't stop him, though.
Yeah.
He was a young chunkster,
Yeah.
but he was official when he was.
Boy, he
in
was
UConn,
official. You
bro.
want to talk about a bucket getter. That was him.
Man.
So this is what we do, man. We give you guys the best of sports talk radio, man. Please take a moment to share the live feed right now. We got a lot of sports news, and we got a lot of real life to talk to you guys about, man.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all don't want to admit it, but sometimes, you know, we hit you better than that person with that young collection play.
Ooh.
And we give it to you for free. Huh? It don't cost you nothing but a little time.
Yeah, that's it,
Yeah.
man.
And right now, you got plenty of it.
Got plenty of
Mhm.
time, man. If you're scared, go to church, man.
Man.
That's what it is.
Sir.
So we appreciate everybody giving us a little bit of time, listening to us on the live feed on the Gorilla Cross app and on social media on Facebook, man. We got the hottest sports talk page on Facebook, man. At least that's what I heard. Hit us in the IG, on Instagram, man. Let us know if you want to be a guest of the show, or let us know if you want to be a sponsor by hitting us at lettheballbounce@gmail.com. We're also on Twitter at Let the Ball Bounce, and that's with one T. Come on, man. Y'all should know that, man. Maybe I should get that on a t-shirt. That's with one
That's with
T.
one T.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I think when people read it, they'll say it wrong. That's
Right.
with one T. No, but it's just the way you got to say it, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate everybody who have been long time Let the Ball Bounce followers and Let the Ball Bounce family to us, man. And big ups to all them fallen soldiers and all them soldiers that have left little mini soldiers out here to kind of carry their work on. Let's pick it, man. We
Yeah.
Right.
appreciate you out there, man, with the loss of his mother, man. And Let the Ball Bounce was with him.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, we send our prayers. We, we just really want to uplift you and the family. Will Reed lost a couple of people in his intermediate family and things like that due to some health issues and things like that. And right
Lost my
now,
uncle.
yeah, your uncle out in St. Louis, his uncle, my cousin. How would
You-
that be?
He would be your great uncle.
My great uncle. Okay, so my uncle too.
That was your great great grandmother's brother.
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah. Edna's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Look, man, it's a lot of lineage going on, man. Here at the Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio Show, man. Let the Ball Bounce Media will be popping here pretty soon, man.
Sir.
Kind of moving some things and actually using this time of COVID-19 to get some things solidified, man.
Yeah, bro.
So we can continue to give you guys the best of sports talk radio. Look, man, if you guys have anything that you want to talk about, give us a call. If you want to talk about something that's going on in your life, give us a call, man. And my condolences to Goose. Goose lost a coworker today, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to just the whole Clark County Detention Center family, man. We lost a coworker today. Was found unresponsive at his home when he didn't show up for shift this morning, man.
Wow.
It's just tough, man. It's tough for us right now, but you know, we're gonna make it.
Yeah,
Be all right.
it's and I gotta bring it up. Okay. Big ups to Serenity Funeral Home here in Las Vegas. A place where, you know, if you want your loved ones to look and get treated the way that they should with dignity, class, her Serenity is the place to go. Can't speak on anybody else but them. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very hard in that industry too. I know I hear a lot of times people say, you know, let's pray for the nurses. Let's pray for the firemen. Let's pray for the paramedics. Let's pray for the police officer. But I never see anybody that say, you know what, let's pray for the actual funeral home. Because those people are dealing with our loved ones.
Direct.
And they are helping us remember our loved ones to the best of their ability. I don't see a lot of people saying that. And the reason I mention that is because with the deaths, whether it be from the COVID-19, cancer, heart attack, whatever it may be, families
senseless killings. We'll just have that too.
Oh,
yeah, senseless killings that go on every day. I hope you guys didn't think that since the COVID-19 was out that it was going to actually stop mayhem.
Yeah,
out in the streets. That's
It's actually increased since.
pretty much.
Commercial robberies have gone up,
Yikes.
and murder suicides.
Yeah.
have gone up as well
And you know what's going down?
domestically.
The amount of people that you can have at your funeral service, whether it be at a church, at the actual funeral home, or on the grave site. Families are having to handpick people that they invite to see their loved ones for the last time, man. And that right there, I think it's more heartbreaking than anything.
Yeah.
No one wants to make that decision. I mean, this isn't the you're getting married and now I have to narrow my list down from 150 to 100.
Right.
This is I have to narrow my entire family down to 10.
Yeah.
That's pretty difficult
Right.
in today's times, man. So we're not insensitive to what's going on in this worldwide. We just simply here at Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio, and we're not even speaking for Gorilla Cross. We're speaking for Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio. We encourage you to still live your life. This isn't a death sentence, guys. You know, if you woke up this morning, you're healthy, your family's healthy, keep living. Live your life, man. So we're here to encourage you guys, man. We're here to let you guys know that we're not insensitive to anything that is going on in the world. But, you know, you have to live your life the way that you see fit.
Absolutely.
Right? I can't really speak for nobody else. I can speak for me and my household.
That's right.
And how we do things. So don't criticize the way that we do things.
Right.
You know, if you see us, you know, taking the dog for a walk and all of us got a smile on our face, that lets you know my family's happy. How about you?
Please don't be upset by that.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot of people.
You need to be inside. Stay home.
Stop
Well,
it.
you get a lot of people who are telling and calling the police on people for, you know, coming to grab the trash can from out in front of the house.
Real.
Actually getting up and still having to go to work.
So sad.
You know, people have to do what they have to do in order to make themselves happy and pay the bills, right? Because last I checked, was the home association or the rent checks or the mortgage payments, those are still due, right?
They're still due.
Okay, Quan, is your fee still due to use your actual studios?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll ask the owner.
So I'm just like, what can we do? Because not everybody has the street sense to go buy 7 pounds and start selling dime bags out your crib for the next 2 months.
But you also got to leave the money for the people struggling. So many people are out there that are still working, trying to get the free money that's out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're making money, pay your bills. Leave that for the people that are really struggling. And,
the ones
and that's
that
what bothers
cannot
me.
work.
Exactly. And there's a lot of places hiring for those saying that you lost your job. You know, there's a lot of jobs still hiring right now that are quote unquote essential businesses.
Right.
So there's ways.
Well, I'm an essential business, and I could use more people, but guess what? I'm not hiring. I'm not hiring right now, and you know, it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work that goes into just looks like living, just a daily living right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
What is, you know, is there much that's changed from your outside of not being able to go bowling?
Nope.
Or go to the cigar shop?
Routine's still the same, and I got cigars at the house already.
Smoke them in his backyard.
I smoke right at the house, G.
So is it okay to go in your backyard? Is it okay to, because the people are complaining that other people are going outside. Is it okay to go outside on your own property?
I'd like to believe so.
Okay.
That it would actually be okay to go and dwell on the property that you pay for.
Well, I just want to make sure I'm living by everybody else's standards.
That's right.
Just want to make sure that I am, you know, doing the right things according to everyone else.
Right.
How about you, Bill Logan?
I am. I know I am. I don't really do too much anyway. So other than, you know, gyms are closed down, so I got to do some stuff at the house. Got to go out and get my groceries. But other than that, I'm in the house. In the house anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm in the house anyway, whether it's, you know, from work and back home or, like you said, to the grocery store. Big ups Dana Dane, always making sure she go hit them young aisles over at Smith's daddy.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, the kids, I think the kids are bored.
Yeah, they are.
But I'm saying to myself, you guys don't act like y'all was outside riding bikes, playing with the neighbors, running up and down the street, making it in barely before the street lights came on. You was in your room playing Xbox. Stop it.
Yeah, sure.
You were on YouTube.
By 10.
They didn't do the things that we did.
I don't even see my son. He's trapped. He's trapped in the room.
Mm-hmm.
He is trapped, bro. You ever seen somebody, an 11-year-old boy got 2 TVs in their room?
Man.
2 50-inch screens in their room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah. Spoiled daddy.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
He playing 7 Fortnite games.
Boy, it's going down.
You know, we say these things to bring a little bit of sense of humor to what's going on. If you love music, hit IG. There's plenty of DJs out there. You know, D Nice has sparked this whole DJ movement, and I've even gotten involved in it. DJ Finesse here in Vegas.
Let the music play.
Yeah, let the music play.
Post your cuts.
Yeah,
like I do.
Yeah, post your cuts. You know, and I try to hit DJs a little bit different than other DJs is doing. DJs sometimes trying to take you to the club.
Right.
I'm trying to keep you in a mellow mood with some smooth, forgotten about R&B sometimes.
Yes.
You know, that's, you know, R&B is kind of forgotten about when you're talking about hip hop. So I want to include that, man. So, you know, find your vice, find things. If you want to play TikTok, do you? You know. Some of you should be maybe taking this opportunity and chances to further your education. You may want to enroll in an online class and start just, you know, taking some classes. You know, you find yourself with a little bit of more free time. Some of you guys who are actually real dads and at home, you may want to put a tool belt on and fix some of the things around the house that need to be fixed.
Yeah.
That's
And
a whole heap of that.
change a couple of them light bulbs out there, man. We're encouraging you guys.
Did
Bro.
mine yesterday. And
Bro.
put some new filters in, so I'm good.
Is
Yeah.
is it
for the
me?
next
Is
60 days.
Is it me, or does anyone else find changing smoke detector batteries the most frustrating thing on planet Earth? It's frustrating. Bro.
I'm constantly putting my life at risk. I'm pulling out a chair. I'm pulling a balancing act.
Got to look at this thing in totality, bro.
I'm pulling a balancing act
Absolutely.
as
hate
I
it.
am holding my arms in the parallel position that I don't work when I'm at the gym. I don't work on just holding my arms up for about 5 minutes. Like this is, I'm pretty sure you do this at home. At some point, you're gonna be like, right?
Little shoulder workout.
Yeah, while doing a balancing act.
Yes.
Gotta keep your core tight.
Yeah, got to
Yeah,
keep the
gotta-
core
got
tight.
to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you got to make
Keep the
sure
core
that
tight.
because we're strong, men are strong.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get a tendency when we're taking things off or trying to figure out how to bring it off, we'll get a little frustrated and say, "I'll break this joint off if I got to." Like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so we got to make sure we take the little cap off and put the what's that the volt,
The non-volt.
the non-volt joint.
Yeah.
And got to make sure we go the right way.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the frustrating part. When you don't put, and then when you open up the little slot, right? You try to pull it out real slow so you can see which circle is on
Yeah.
which side, right? Because you got the big circle and then you got the lit circle. And then what happens every single time you try to do it? You flip it out and then it falls to the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I absolutely hate it. I
frustration.
absolutely hate it, bro. It's the worst thing ever.
Look, man.
Total
That's how you
frustration.
know things are going wrong in the world is when men are frustrated about the 9-volt
I hate it.
smoke
Install.
detector
I hate it.
install.
I hate it.
The
Absolutely.
9-volt install.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate it.
Hit the like button if your significant other is getting on your nerves. Let us know about it. Serious, man. Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio, man. What's on the agenda first? What should we tackle first?
Let's talk about who's really the one who made it go in New England. Was it Billy Belichick or was it Tommy Brady?
Ooh.
Thomas Brady.
Tammy.
I'm gonna call him man Tammy.
That's what KB called him, Tammy.
Yeah.
He's called him Tammy before. It's a cold piece. Brady.
wow.
Number one, Brady was the 20? What pick was he?
199.
Well,
199.
I don't know why.
Sixth
Well, I
round.
say 20.
Sixth round.
I may have thought he was better than that. Yikes. 199 he went?
199.
Okay.
Terrible combine too.
Oh, just
Combine.
pitiful.
was Horrible.
He was dressed terrible, so you know
Yeah.
he was going to perform terrible.
So was Belichick there before him?
Belichick. Yeah. He was there
Yes.
before.
How many chips he win before Brady came? I'm just asking. How many of them things did he have at his crib? That's what I want to know.
Let's take it a step further.
Well, hold on.
Had
Wasn't he a D coordinator for a championship team though?
yeah, for
He was for at least one. I'm thinking two.
Okay.
He might have won 3, bro.
3 daddies? He got 3 of them?
Yeah, he
Okay.
was a D coordinator
for two.
for at least. I'm thinking at
the
least
two- for the
one
two giant
for sure
ones.
for
Yeah.
the 2 giant
Yeah.
ones. Yep.
86 and 90.
So
Coordinator.
he had 2 chips before
Yeah.
Brady. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, D coordinator. He wasn't the head coach.
Hey,
Chips.
Hey,
How long was he the head coach before Brady got there?
I want to say just for a season.
maybe a year or 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say they needed each other.
Okay.
Because you can have the greatest coach in the world. If that player does not go out on the field and perform, you won't win.
What about if Mo Lewis hadn't have took Drew Bledsoe out?
Ooh,
Would they still go to the championship? Would they still get to the Super Bowl that year?
Interesting.
that's a good question.
That's very interesting.
Good question. I'm gonna have to marinate on that one.
That's interesting right there,
Interesting.
bro.
I mean, because
Because I
Brady,
like Bledsoe.
Brady really wasn't. He didn't really tear it up.
No.
You know, He came in and
ran the system the
ran
way
the system.
they found them a robot that could actually perform.
He didn't really start becoming the Brady until 2 or 3 years after that.
But the Brady that I see is one that can also read defenses too.
Absolutely.
And he know how to put it. If I don't care if it's a 15-yard pocket, if that's the play that we got right now, he doing it. It may not be pretty, may not be the 20-yarder down the field that people want to see, but it gets the job done.
They really devised an offense that really
catered
to him.
I mean, it was the best thing you could possibly do. Like it was like the best, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Man, Goose Tom.
Bill Blockham Logan, man, in the building. LTBB, man. We got a caller. What's your name? What's your question?
What's up, Dre? It's Mondo. So you all brought up who liked Bledsoe? Who was the one that said I like Bledsoe?
Me. It's Dre. I like Bledsoe.
DJ Dre Bailey, really? Okay.
I'm serious,
let's go
man.
back. Let's rewind that clock
all
back.
right.
Okay, let's rewind the clock back a little bit. Let's go back to mid-'90s Drew Bledsoe. Since so one of his first few games, I think he had like 76 attempts. I think it was against the Dolphins. You all can look that up. Had 76 attempts. Not that he wasn't decent, but he did go to the Super Bowl '96, lost to my Green Bay Packers. But so Drew Bledsoe was a known commodity. But the question I think you all raised, would he had Ted Mo Lewis not taken him out, would they have gone to the championship? I dare say no, because he was a known commodity, but he was also known to mess up and choke.
Ooh.
And against, especially against the Winter League, I don't think so. I think Bledsoe, I don't know, Bledsoe toward the latter part of his career, even as he went to Dallas, and I think somebody there likes Dallas, but
somebody
he just
there
wasn't the same quarterback.
Somebody there. Wow.
Well,
that's my name now.
that was
Somebody
his
there. God, hey,
brother Blackham Logan, you like that? I forgot about that.
Somebody there, Logan. Somebody there, Logan.
So if y'all didn't know, they're just so this is where I will draw a line in the sand. Bill, I love you except for this part. And there are absolutely two teams I detest in the NFL.
That's everybody.
One
sir.
is Dallas.
So,
one is
that's
Dallas,
everybody.
and the other is Denver.
Yeah,
And
that's everybody,
Dallas,
sir.
since you all
Should be with the Broncos.
I mean, the Dallas
That'd be interesting to hear.
Dallas ran. Oh, I'll tell you. Dallas ran the '90s, the early '90s, and with Brett Favre, the first three, and then Brett. Brett was one of those that they were pretty much a solid team. Green Bay was pretty much a solid team after '93, '94. They were 9-7, and they started picking their game up. But Dallas was the thorn until '97, really until '97, and then after that, you had 13 to 15 years of straight domination with Green Bay, making the playoffs, winning seasons, etc. Denver, the reason why I hate Denver, everybody remembers when John Elway decided to go 0-4, and then magically he decided he wanted to win one, walking on one knee and one leg in '98, and then come back again in '99. So I absolutely hate Denver with a passion.
Wow.
I mean, they could just die. I mean, so for those of y'all that I literally detest Denver outside and literally don't like. So everybody's like, well, Mondo, but wait a minute, you're in Gainesville. What about when Tim Tebow came? Didn't like him either. Didn't like him when he went to Denver. So Tim Tebow is not an NFL quarterback. And before anybody starts clutching their pearls, for everybody that loves Tim Tebow, oh my God, no, I do not
beat the
like
Steelers.
Tim Tebow. He's not an NFL quarterback.
He beat the Steelers.
Well, yeah, but he had a receiver that helped him and made him look good. Right?
I mean, that was a great passing stride. Even me, I didn't like Tim Tebow as a pro quarterback at all. But I mean, he hit the man in stride, and the man went 75, 80 yards.
I bet
that hurt.
I'm willing to bet Dre nor Bill would have taken him on a Dallas or on a Pittsburgh team, guaranteed.
Well, who, Tim Tebow?
I didn't think
Tim
he
Tebow,
would be a good pro quarterback when he came out.
No.
Is he better than Baker Mayfield?
Like John Elway said.
No.
Oh, I don't like Baker Mayfield either.
He's not.
Hey, listen, Tim Tebow is the greatest hype man in football. I mean, if I'm paying you to be a good role model because of your personal faith, and I'm not asking anyone's personal faith because I know we're on Christian Talk Radio, but they're not paying you to read Bible verses and put them under they're paying you to throw touchdowns and win games. And I'm sorry he didn't do that. Except, okay, that one
He
year.
had that one
That's
shining
why John Elway
moment.
cut him.
So what do you think of him as a college player?
That's a good question.
Okay, well then I definitely get to
He
talk
was
about
good,
this
man.
one. I live
Yes.
here.
Yes.
He was a good college player, but he also had people that made him once
Good,
again look
good,
good.
or
So-
great? Because I happen to think he was great.
How many of them things he got over there?
Let's just be honest. Let me just ask you, if he wasn't the quote unquote All-American boy, and let's just compare this, because let's compare two quarterbacks, and I'm really going to throw this because both of them were Florida players at the time.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to compare Cam Newton, who was a Florida player before he decided to steal laptops, or
Yikes.
Tim Tebow as a quality college player when it came to championships and winning, let's contrast that. Dare I tell you, Cam Newton's a better quarterback in college too.
Dare I tell you that Cam Newton was not ready for that at that time. That's why he was stealing laptops, because he was not ready for that. Tim Tebow was probably one of the greatest college players ever. Not just at Florida, not just in that time period.
Boy was a competitor.
He's probably one of the greatest college players ever.
I'll give you that. But I will say
But it
this.
didn't work out it didn't work out in the professional ranks.
It just didn't work out in the pro ranks.
Come back. Florida has a record when it comes to starting African American QBs or giving opportunity.
Right.
It is a abysmal record, and so yes, I cannot take away from his talent and ability to win. Number one, it would be blasphemy here in Gainesville, but I don't care. He is a great college player. I will give you that, bar none. But he was not. I don't care if whoever Spirit was talking to him, Holy Spirit, whatever was telling him that he should play pro football. He was. I don't know. He didn't get in touch. We got in touch with the wrong spirit that day because AT&T was not responding to him.
Well,
he got cut by Belichick.
He should have tried to channel the Charlie Ward spirit. And play the other sport, which was baseball.
Now, Florida State, on the other hand, has a great track record of starting black quarterbacks.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Well,
excellent one.
But you wanted to throw the baby out with the bathwater last year, which you ended up winning that bet.
Hey, we stunk, bro. It's simple and plain,
man,
bro.
But that wasn't totally that,
bro.
It wasn't all the coaches.
Horrible, bro.
It wasn't all the coaches' fault.
Bro.
He didn't even have all his
Trey.
people.
Look. Yes, he
We've
did.
had this discussion.
I
Bill,
know, and we're going to have it again.
Have we not had this
He
discussion?
didn't get left with a bare cupboard. Stop. He did not get left with a bare
he
cupboard.
only had a year and like some change to recruit.
This is Florida State. This is not big state in he got game. This is Florida State University, bro. Home of winning.
Goose is like, okay, Jesus Shuttlesworth. Listen,
Come on, man.
He's exactly right.
He said home of winning.
We win here, bro.
No, y'all are not. No,
we
y'all
win
are not.
here.
No.
I would say that is a fallacy.
How? How?
Thank you, Bill. Yes, sir.
That ain't the home of winning.
Is Bobby Bowden not one of the winningest coaches of all time?
He is.
Then. So it's home of winning.
Winning,
home of winning.
Just winning games or winning championships?
Winning, period. Just
winning championships?
Winning.
I can't take anything away from Bobby Bowden, except he couldn't remember his players' names. Number 54, number 23, whatever.
His time was up. We all know that. We all know he was C now.
But listen, no.
His time was up. That's why Jimbo took over.
Yeah,
he was getting primed for it.
Real talk. Okay, but Jimbo had longer than 1 year, did he not?
Yes, he did.
Well,
he was given a chance to fail.
Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. Jimbo was already there.
Yeah, but he was given more of a chance than the last coach.
And within 2 years of him taking the helm, he won a national title.
Dre, if I give
he
Goose
won.
Bobby left him with a full cupboard.
Yeah, he did.
More of a full cupboard than you might think that the last coach had.
I didn't say it was a full one. It wasn't an empty one though. That's what
If
that's
we
what I
give
said.
Goose-
Wasn't empty.
If we give Goose the same football team, and let's say we gave him all of Prairie View's starting team, put them on FSU. Prairie View that has not won a game in like 38 years,
Yikes.
and we put them on Florida State. I promise you, I don't care if it was Jimbo Fisher, they would give him 3 to 5 years to get them up to par. Had that been the same, all things being equal, they did not give that brother the same level of respect
Man,
or
if
time.
you-
They did not.
No, they didn't.
Well, here's
That's
the deal.
nonsense.
Here's the deal.
And-
First of all, he coached like he didn't care. That's number one. I watch every snap this team takes. I watch every snap they take.
He read the man
Hold
whole
on. Do
personality.
y'all watch every snap they take?
No.
If y'all don't, then hear me
No.
out. I watch every snap the team takes. Every last single one, bro. I'm watching this dude, brother.
So he had no enthusiasm, is what you're saying.
Bro,
But it's not him catching, running, throwing,
You're
tackling.
right.
It's not
You're
him
right.
doing that.
You're right. But it is a coach's job. Then what is a coach there to do?
Motivate.
No, I remember the last time I said
To
that.
win.
Bill told me no, that the players should motivate themselves. That's what I was told. I was told that the players
Well,
should
that's what
motivate
I feel.
Well,
themselves.
I mean, obviously.
so is it preparation? Is
that,
it
all of
motivation?
that?
What is it?
Is motivation,
And like
preparation.
I
is-
told you,
doing it.
And like I told you, I never needed a coach to motivate me.
You're exactly. I'm with you.
So if players need a coach to motivate them, I don't want them players.
Yeah.
When you step
right.
out on the field,
So-
you need
so-
to be motivated to do your job.
True.
Goose.
Yes.
Goose, based on your logic, let's contrast. Let's go back to my hometown. Let's go back to Gainesville. Based on your logic, what you just said, right?
Mhm.
Let's remember another winning coach, and we know him because he likes to bounce around. His heart he decided when he couldn't win anymore, his heart just was not into it. And I'm talking about Urban Heart Attack Meyer,
Ooh.
who is weak as weak as a box. Let's talk about him for a second because he's a winner too. He got gifted, and let's just look at it. When Steve Spurrier left, you saw a drop in the level of Florida, and then the recruit. He benefited from a recruiting class from Ron Zook. That's
yes.
what Urban Meyer
Yes.
benefited from, bar none.
Yes.
So what I contrast that with, Goose, is this: the recruiting class that the coach for Florida State, I forgot his name now, the fellow from Oregon, that he was left with was not equal, was not equitable.
Of course it wasn't. It wasn't.
So you got to give them time.
You can't even put them players in
You
the
gotta
same
give 'em time.
paragraph, bro. You can't even put them players in the
Y'all
same
gave
paragraph.
up on that dude. Y'all gave up on that dude like 3 games into
Bro,
his first year.
I know y'all
this-
like boo.
look,
Y'all was like, oh
Look.
man, this dude is trash.
Even with Jimbo, I always said, bro, we should have recruited harder on the offensive line. We failed to do it. We won with the talent at the skill spots. Our offensive line has always been horrible, bro. Always.
But y'all gave up on Charlie Strong.
yes.
Y'all
It's
gave
al-
up. I mean, not Charlie Strong. Y'all gave up on
That's
the
a
last
stretch,
coach.
Goose.
It's always
3
been bad.
games into the
Goose.
first season.
Yeah, they did.
And I remember that.
Drake,
3 games
Drake,
in, y'all was like, man, this dude
Yes.
trash. You need to be fired.
Bro.
You and Sherm.
Yes. Yes.
Goose.
3
Goose
games
is stretching
in?
with a
Look
bad
who he
mind.
was losing
That's a real
to.
stretch.
Y'all got to understand who this man was losing to. It ain't like he was losing to big time schools. Dog, he was losing to teams that should not have been in the stadium with Florida State to begin with.
Wait a minute, but not with that Florida State team. They were trash.
The team as constructed was not that bad to lose to those teams.
But they were tragic. So they were. It was coach's fault.
They weren't. The team wasn't very good.
If that talent was that good, like you said, the cupboard was bare. That talent should override bad coaching.
Well, if you're not put in a coach's job is to put you in a situation to win.
Because I give you an example.
Mhm.
My senior year at Western, we wasn't supposed to win state.
Mhm.
We weren't even on the map.
Right.
But our talent overrode our head coach's dumb decision sometimes, and we got to state on talent.
Right. Right.
So if that talent was that great in Florida State, these college 18, 19, 20-year-old kids,
Sure.
and that talent was that
But you
good, they should all that should have overrode what the coach was.
Hey.
Bill,
It
you know
didn't.
what's disappointing over this whole thing? This whole
None
thing
of it.
is Goose will not concede that we just proved a point and he proved them wrong. He was not given equitable time. That's what this is all about.
Because y'all didn't watch and I did. That's why.
We seen some games. Now don't act like we didn't see the games.
I watched every snap. Y'all didn't. So no, I'm not gonna say that
Listen,
you're right when I
You
watch
saw-
every game.
You saw under the
How?
lens of hating that coach.
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
did.
no, no.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
did.
lens
No,
that
no,
you
no,
saw
saw.
out of the lens
Three
of watching
games-
the games,
3
guys.
games into his first season. You and
Watching
Sherm.
the
Oh, this
games.
dude need to go.
Because of who we were
Dude.
losing to.
Give him a
I'm
chance,
sorry.
man.
No,
I'm not leaving.
no,
I'm not leaving Goose off the hook on that one.
no.
I'm sorry. Listen,
There's nothing to
we
leave
don't
me
have
off the
to-
hook
Ray
about.
Charles-
You're wrong.
No.
It's simple.
Ray Charles could see. Ray Charles could have seen
Ray
that.
Charles can
That
see
y'all
that
give
they
him
lost to
enough time.
bad football teams, bro. They were bad
And?
football teams that they lost to. And what?
Well,
And
well,
They lost to bad
You had
football
bad
teams that you're
recruiting.
not supposed to lose to. Period.
if I deal you crap, no matter you could have had whatever his name, you could have had the best coach in there, and they still would have lost.
Talent
You
wise,
had a bad team,
Florida State
period.
was better than all of those teams that they lost to for the most part in the beginning.
I think that you give that coach another year and a half to get his recruits in there, they put out a better product than they did this past year.
That remains to be seen. We
Of
not gonna
course,
see
because
that.
he got Can Daddy.
We not gonna see that. We not gonna see it.
You want to can them 3 games into the season?
Willie
We not
Taggart
gonna
got
see that.
crazy.
Willie not gonna
Willie
see it.
Taggart.
And I was on board with
3
him.
games into the season, you and Sherm
Yes.
was like, man, this dude got to go.
Hey man,
I was like, wow, 3 games in?
look man, when you can, body language is everything. Body language is everything in life, and it's everything in sports. When you can see a coach not interested, bro, not interested, letting massacres happen on a weekly basis. What you
Let me
gonna
ask you
do?
this.
You don't like Mike
Okay, well,
Tomlin,
but
and
hold
he
up.
actually wins.
Hold up.
Yeah, but he
Hold
got.
up. You
he,
want to make a blanket
What are we
statement like
talking
that?
about?
he wins what? Because
Dude.
we ain't been in the playoffs in 2
He
years.
done won 2 chips.
Trey.
No, he
got
got
you
one
two-
chip.
Oh,
he
he
got
got
one
one.
chip. But that
No,
was
no, no.
also
He got-
Bill Cowher's team.
And what did he do with this team that y'all had that shouldn't have competed for nothing?
Didn't make the playoffs.
Should you was one game away
Coulda, shoulda,
You wanna
woulda.
make that blanket statement.
with pork and beans.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
You were one game away with pork and beans for talent.
Coulda, shoulda,
You was
woulda.
working with third stringers, bro.
But couldn't do it.
Goose, you want to make that blanket statement though about they could have won. If you get dealt the hand you're dealt with, crap. Period. You're going to get the same result regardless of who you have.
That could have been
And
exactly.
it doesn't-
Those players could have been
Hold on,
just
hold on.
If
trash.
if the
Let me
ball
finish.
bounces
There's one more
another
thing.
way,
You
the
said-
Pittsburgh Steelers are in the playoffs, bro. You can't
Hold on,
say
hold on.
that, Mondo.
that
No.
cupboard. That cupboard
no,
that
no.
you said that they had
Let's
at Florida State could have been trash, bro. Yes.
Let's stay on Florida State real quick. Hold
Yeah,
on, come back.
it wasn't
You
as good
said-
as it could
you
have
said-
been. I'm not dismissing that.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good
Yeah,
as good
that's
as
what
it
I'm
could
saying.
have been.
Willie
It
Taggart
wasn't.
Willie Taggart probably didn't have the talent that you guys thought he had.
On top of that, injuries as well. That happened. But you know, I ain't the one
Yeah, but
to
he
blame
said,
injuries.
He
I
said
don't do
body
that.
language, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You
Yeah, he
said
said-
body language.
said
You
body
said body
language.
language, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, watch this. Attitude reflects leadership. And
Oof.
if you're athletic director and you're recruiting, so guess what? You're going to have poor body language too. If you're saying, I'm trying to make changes, but I can't, and I want to do things, but I can't. We don't know what was going behind back there. You watched every snap.
Yes.
You didn't watch what was going behind the scenes. though, did you?
Absolutely. So
No, you did
so
not.
don't nobody know then.
Nobody.
So all
knows.
we can take is what we saw, correct?
we know Willie Taggart got fired.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why he deserves another year.
Can we take what we saw?
Yeah.
You said we could take what we saw, right? What I saw was
Yes,
a
we can.
disinterested coach. That's what I saw.
What I saw. was-
Players too.
yeah, I saw that too.
Well, when
Let's talk about the players.
Attitude reflect leadership, right?
Let's talk-
Mondo just said
let's talk
attitude
about
reflect
players.
leadership. Mondo just said
Yeah.
attitude reflect leadership, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But let's
Yeah.
talk about the players
okay,
too.
then. Okay. Attitude reflect leadership, right? Let's talk about the
No,
players.
I'm
Yeah.
not disagreeing.
How did the players get there? How did the players
Well,
get
some
to
of the players was already there.
No, how did they get disinterested?
Some of those players were already
How
there.
did they get disinterested is the question. Attitude reflect leadership.
I don't know.
Attitude reflect leadership, Mondo. You just said it.
No, I did. I'm not disagreeing with
Okay,
it.
then. They had to get there somehow.
Well, you got what you deserve. You wanted the coach gone after 3 games, and now he's gone.
There you go.
Are you happy with Mike Norvell, or whatever his name is?
We'll see.
We'll see if they give him a year and a half and then can him.
We'll see.
Yeah,
They
we'll
won't.
see.
And if it don't,
They won't.
happen, guess what
And
I'm
if
gonna
they
do?
0-3,
Guess what I'm gonna do?
if they 0-3,
Call for him.
if they're 0-3,
Call for
going
the chop.
in
I'm
to
call-
next season,
I'm calling for the chop.
call it for the chop.
No. Dre, if they lose to any team they're not supposed to lose to, I'm turning right to Goose and saying,
Goose is
excuse me.
calling for the
Hello,
chop.
sir.
Goose is calling for the chop.
If y'all lose to South Carolina State or Appalachian State, I'm calling right here. I'm calling
for
right in.
the chop. Believe it. I ain't never shied away, bro. From I'm the biggest critic
No,
of my teams.
They treated him like he had the COVID-19.
Who did?
His team. They got rid of their coach like he
Oh,
had
yeah, they did.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, but I
all
think
for Willie Taggart coming.
I will concede to Goose on one thing. I did say attitude reflects leadership. Now I will concede that point because I can't come back. But neither do you. I still say for me that he deserved at least another opportunity, just like they gave Jimbo Fisher. Now, but with the players
A
looking
coach deserves more than
I
one.
can't say anything to that.
But Jimbo started
I
out
agree.
winning, though.
Yeah.
That's the difference, bro. Jimbo started out winning. He didn't wet the bed, bro. He started out winning.
He probably had better talent
Hey,
than
look.
what
And
Willie Taggart had.
And absolutely, I won't disagree. I won't disagree with that.
Last thing with y'all.
Go ahead.
Where is Cam gonna go? Y'all see Cam going anywhere?
Sheesh.
Cam watch.
I don't know, man.
I would like to say the Rams. I'm not the Rams, but the
Team-
Chargers.
teams are going to wait till they can physically work him out.
Miami or the Chargers.
Well,
Either one in my
I
book
hope he
will
doesn't
be
go to
okay.
Miami.
I can see him
Please,
in
Lord,
Miami,
no.
bro. I can see that.
No,
Miami.
really?
Yeah.
Miami got good
Why?
defense.
I actually can. They've just like Dre said, they've upgraded their defense. The only thing they need right now for Cam to be successful is a solid run game. If they get a solid run
So
game,
Charlotte-
they might be cooking.
Is Carolina gonna start Teddy?
Yeah, absolutely. They
Yeah.
just gave him $64
Oh, yeah.
million. They better
Oh, yeah,
start
he's
him.
a starter.
Who
They
else over there?
better. They
And they-
better.
I was
Oh,
shocked they cut Cam. I was shocked.
Nah, I wasn't. I wasn't shocked by that. They showed you how much they loved him throughout the season. They showed you exactly how much they loved him.
I would like for him to go to Miami. I think that'd be a good,
Miami
fresh
be a good
joint for him. Kind of close
as
to
long as he
home.
doesn't come to Jacksonville.
No.
No, I do
where
not
football
wish that
players
on
get-
that man. Don't
Please
wish that
don't.
on that man
Please
like that.
don't.
No, I said I hope he does not. I hope he does
Right.
not.
Yeah, that's
This
terrible.
is like the quarterback black pit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not gonna
that'd be
even
tragic.
speak that up.
That'd be tragic.
Anyway,
Mondo,
y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. Enjoy listening to y'all.
All right,
you
bro.
know what, man?
Already,
Mondo, that was a good
Mondo.
debate,
That
man.
was great,
That was a good
bro.
one right
I love it. I love it.
Appreciate you,
Yes,
Mondo, man.
indeed,
Your
man.
guy, Dre
You
Bailey,
man, Bruce Thomas.
Bill Blockham, Logan, and
Yeah.
building, man. And that was Mondo calling all the way from
Yes, indeed,
Gainesville, man.
So getting back to our original,
Mhm.
I'm going to say that it was Belichick.
Interesting.
Belichick put that system together with the coaches that he put together, getting the players
Mhm.
to buy in to what he wanted them to do.
Mhm.
He was the difference.
Mm.
Now you're gonna have a different quarterback next year, but
We'll see.
I think
You
I know
know.
what you're gonna say, Dre.
I think I'm going to go with Tom Brady. The fact that he was able to put a system in and he was able to execute it to its full capacity.
it wasn't his system. The system was given to him.
Well, whatever system was given to him, he was able to run it and be highly effective, as to the tune of probably, arguably, the best quarterback of all time.
Mhm.
Not in parentheses because of Belichick. It doesn't say that.
Because I mean, it's
The
great.
when you say Joe Montana,
And
it
that's
doesn't
what
say
I'm
Joe
saying.
Montana in parentheses Bill Walsh. It don't say that.
because you got a lot of people that would though. You got a lot of people that would debate you and say, "Hey, Bill Walsh put together a real nice system in San
Boy,
Fran,"
Bill Walsh.
which he did. It was a great system. But when you have players that execute it like that,
What about that Hurricanes coach over in what about the Hurricanes coach that went over to Dallas and put in a nice system?
Mm.
What was his name?
Billy.
Billy, can we
Goose.
talk about it, Billy?
Goose. What was his
Billy?
name?
Can we talk,
Yeah, we can talk.
What was his name?
Jimmy?
He was from Oklahoma State before there, though.
It don't matter though.
So don't act like he was. Don't act like he was
it wasn't just-
bred there.
I ain't say that.
Okay.
I said
Okay.
he came
Okay.
from the Hurricanes to coach that team
Yeah.
and put a good system in.
Sure.
And I would like to say that Jimmy Johnson was highly effective.
He was pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy was pretty good.
So you got
But when Barry Switzer got there, all he did was stand on the sideline, and that team won.
yeah, that's all he did.
So it's the players that year.
Yeah, but whose team though?
But it was the players that year.
But whose team was it?
And it could have been the players that year. Your boy from Miami. When you had to look away when you said that.
Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Your man, Gustav.
Bill Block of Logan. Caller. What's your name? What's your question?
Hey man, this is Big. What's going on, Don?
L.
What
Big.
Yes, sir.
What's good with it, Brody?
Hey, what's up, Dre Bailey? How you doing, man?
Man, what it do, man? What it do?
No, we got to get y'all on the show, man.
Yeah.
You and Miss Taylor.
Yeah.
Big.
What's up,
man.
Bill? You good over there?
I'm great, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, man.
Yes, sir.
I heard y'all discussing something, and I ain't really want to go into I don't want to go into the part about just the teams. More so, I want to deal with the culture of when we're talking about coaching and players, because I think Bill brought up a great point, Don.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people don't look at this. Here's the reality. When it comes to being a coach,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this whole Generation X of a culture of people, because you got to realize I'm a millennial. I don't know how old some of y'all are, but we all part of different, generations and eras.
Right.
And I think this new era of sports, everyone wants to win right now, and the reality is everybody not going to win right away.
That's true. Very true.
Sure.
So as a coach, I feel that if a coach comes into a situation, and especially if you're a college coach, right?
Right.
You're coaching the kids that was the holdover from the last person that they got rid of.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Now, if you're lucky, you got a bunch of 5-star kids, then it's like, okay, my cupboard is full. I got a bunch of real, true 5-star kids, not the paper 5-star kids.
Right.
Yeah. And
Right.
hopefully
'Cause
they
there
don't
is a
want to.
difference.
And hopefully they don't want to transfer.
There's a difference. Oh, you definitely got to
There is
worry
a
about that. God, do you have to worry
There
about
is a
that?
difference.
Right.
Sheesh.
Because there's some top kids that's paid for. You know, they people done put money into them being a top kid.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean?
Of course.
But if I got a coverboard of talent and I took a head coaching job, let's say at Florida State.
Got him.
Thank you.
Okay. And if I'm coaching at Florida State and I just don't have the players,
Mm-hmm.
then the first year, you can't let me go like within the first year in the middle of the season, because I clearly don't have the talent
Right.
to compete with, you know what I'm saying, with the teams that we're playing against.
Sure.
And I'm just using that example because that was something y'all was talking about.
Right.
But that's just something that I noticed in sports that I think would, if we could learn to allow people to build, then I think we could get back to sports being really great again. Because to me, I don't think sports is what it should be anymore, because everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to do this. So it leads to the transfer portal. It leads to everybody going to, like I seen the dude in college, man. He done been to 3 to 4 different schools in 4 years.
That's
like
insane.
all that stuff happens because of the pressure that the athletic directors and all these people put on these coaches to win.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to give them time to build, man. That's just my philosophy.
Hey, I believe you on that, man. I'm, you know, Bill and I
Look, I'm not
are
going to
with
disagree.
you.
I'm not going to disagree
Donnie.
with you. I have a rebuttal. You know, L Big, my big bro. I agree with you when it comes to certain programs. But when this is why. Hear me out. Because
we do go hard on Roy though in North Carolina.
Absolutely.
As we
and
should,
I'm going
though.
to continue to
As
go
we
hard
should,
on Roy.
I want to hear him out.
I'm going to keep going hard on Roy Williams.
I'm gonna hit him with a program, and I want to hear what he say. But I want to hear Don out.
So when you have programs that are winning programs, bro, like Florida State, like it's like with Alabama had a down year this year, and they still won 10 ball games. It was a down year for them because they didn't make the national championship game. So everybody looked at it as a disappointment, right? Let's flip over to the ACC. This year in the ACC, this past season was probably the worst.
You can't use Alabama though.
Well, I'm just saying, like for a down year,
because they have stability at coach.
Absolutely, it's flat stability. They let Nick Saban do what he want to do. He's a special breed. But when you looking at programs like I said, Florida State, we can even go to the Pac-12. When the last time we seen Oregon football? Yeah, yeah, they're missing.
Well, I give you one better.
Ain't like they wasn't getting the recruiting.
But I give you one better, and this is what I meant. I got a program for you.
Go ahead.
I'm a Michigan guy. So should Harbaugh be on the hot seat because he can't beat Ohio State?
Yes. Absolutely, he should.
Hold on.
Oh no,
that's what you get paid to do.
But
Harbaugh got paid to beat Ohio State, and he ain't did it.
But they are a better football team with him as a coach.
How many games are we averaging every year though? Since he's been there?
Wins?
Yeah, wins. About 10.
Biggs will be able to answer that question better than me.
Go ahead, Biggs.
Hold on. Here's what I'm about to say. Here's the issue with Michigan football. Is what you just said, Don. That thinking right there is the reason why Michigan football has failed and it hasn't been Michigan since Lloyd Carr. Because they fired Lloyd Carr because he couldn't beat Ohio State.
Bruh.
And here is my thing. You don't fire a coach. It goes back to the talking that you just made about, hey, Alabama was 10-3. They just didn't make it to the national championship game, right?
Right.
If I got a coach who's winning 9 to 10 football games every year, but he seems to just can't beat Ohio State, I'm not firing him because he's losing to Ohio State.
Thank you.
In the big picture.
Thank you. You mean to tell me if he beat Ohio State and lose 11 games, he's cool? Come on, man.
But again, no, I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not saying that.
Hear what I'm saying? First of all, Michigan. Okay, and here's what a lot of people don't know about the new Michigan.
New Michigan.
When Bo Schembechler, no question. Because here's the thing that people don't know about the new Michigan. Okay, Bo Schembechler, when he was there, you could get a dude in that had one ear falling off, his toenail hanging off. His brain was falling out the side of his head. He didn't have to be that smart to get in Michigan. He just needed to be able to play football.
That's it.
Now, to get in Michigan, you have to recruit kids who have a certain academic requirement, unless they're pros. Of course, they'll make an exception for a couple of pros. So how are you going to see? Here's what I'm saying. Everybody getting on Harbaugh, but what they don't understand is Harbaugh can't get the same kids at Michigan that the dude, what's his name? I can't stand
in
him.
Ohio?
He has a heart attack every time.
Urban Meyer. We were just talking about
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer, yeah. Urban Meyer can get these dudes in school that can't even read and write. He can get a dude in school that don't even know how to open the door unless you tell him, hey, man, you got to turn the knob and walk in. Like, he can get those type of dudes in school that can play.
Wowzers.
So if I'm the AD,
since you put it like that,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you getting, that's what I'm saying. That's what's wrong with the culture now. 10-3 or 9-4 ain't good enough if you didn't beat the rival school. What?
Exactly.
Along with that. Like, I ain't gotta tell you this. That Michigan-Ohio State rivalry is like none other, bro. I don't have to tell you that. I don't.
It is.
So I didn't mean that literally. That's the only game you gotta win, brother. But when you 0-7,
it helps your chance.
When you're 0-7,
we ain't beat them in 20 years.
See what I'm saying?
Ohio State in 20 years. It's been that long.
If you Harbaugh and you ain't beat them not one time in your tenure,
fire it.
It becomes a problem.
Fire it.
Well,
it becomes an issue.
Hold on.
You were hired to beat Ohio State, bro.
To Harbaugh's defense.
And you know I love Harbaugh. You already know that. I love him. But the spade is the spade.
Since we're having a controversy, we're on a controversial radio station right now. I have to say this.
I'm listening.
To Harbaugh's defense, he did beat Ohio State one year. They cheated him. He beat him.
Yeah,
that
that's
dude
it.
wasn't past the first down
You're
marker.
right.
He
You're
wasn't
right.
past the first down
You're right.
marker.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
He did beat him.
You're right about that.
He beat him.
Yeah.
He's 1-6.
Okay, he wasn't past the marker. It was clear as day. Everybody watching.
Everybody saw it.
No doubt. You're right.
They ran a replay.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
You're absolutely
He did beat
correct.
him.
I won't even argue that, brother. I'm not going to argue that. You're
But
right.
now the other years, he was just getting mollywopped.
He
I
was
mean,
getting
Ezekiel Elliott went
thrashed.
wild on them. They was just getting thrashed.
But look at those
that's
Ohio
just-
State teams, though.
Yeah. They were really good football teams.
Yes.
They were. They were.
Yes.
You're not beating them dudes.
You know,
them dudes is getting them South dudes.
well, we got
Michigan's still getting them regular dudes, man. They ain't getting them dudes from the South. You
No.
got to recruit Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
Florida and Texas.
Yep.
You got to be heavy in those places.
Yes, you do.
If you want to win a national championship.
Yeah.
Period.
And TJ said rivalry games are important to recruiting too.
Yeah.
It's more than one game. You know.
Sure.
So
Sure.
you know, it's a lot of factors. L. Biggs, let me tell you this though. I'll take Harbaugh over Tomlin in
Oh my
in
gosh.
Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh. No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Andre Bailey
No,
does
you
not
won't.
like Mike Tomlin,
Please.
bro. This is crazy to me.
Yes, I would. I'll take him.
Please, man.
Give
Don't
us
say
Harbaugh.
that. Don't say that.
Give us Harbaugh.
Do not say that.
Oh my God, this is
And then-
crazy.
And then I wanna move into another realm because I find myself lately this week. I know Don checked it out.
Yes,
I've been bored on the quarantine. So
Yes.
what I've been doing is I've been compiling all this information about some of the top players in NBA
Yes.
history.
I'm
right?
loving it too, Brody.
Yes.
And,
I'm loving it.
and here's what's funny. What I've learned in all my years now of debating and talking about who's better than who in this, when you start doing research, because research is fact.
Yes, sir.
Let me say that again. Research is fact.
Yes,
that means
indeed.
it happened.
Yes, sir.
That's what went down. Not hypotheticals.
Oh no.
Not, well, if he played on that team,
No.
or well, you know what? If this was in that era,
What he
no,
did
you
was
deal
what
with
he
straight
did.
facts.
Absolutely.
It makes me want to address this because sometimes you have people who will come on your post and be like, "Oh man, are you kidding me? Gary Payton ain't top 10." Well, don't get me wrong. Gary Payton is really talented. He's great. He's a Hall of Famer. But if you look at the list of point guards and you want to put him in the top 10, he's not as accomplished as these other dudes.
In top
so now
10?
what people,
I wouldn't.
yeah,
Yeah, I
'cause
wouldn't
when
put him in
people
top 10.
start- But see, here's the thing, though. This is what we do sometimes. I even used to do it because we gain an affinity for someone. Or I'm gonna hit Bill with this one. Bill, how many dudes you hooped against, and you see with your eye,
Eye
you
test.
like that dude can go. He
Yeah.
can play, right?
Yeah.
But then you put him up against another dude who can play, but he not as talented as this dude. But when they go out on the court, this dude was the one that did work and put up the numbers and produced, and this dude was just average when it came to that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we judge basketball off of our personal feelings about how we feel about certain players.
Yeah, we do.
But we don't deal with, okay, the eye test and the facts. Like, here's one of the most skilled basketball players that I ever seen play basketball. And I know people watching this probably gonna laugh at me, but guys who really know basketball are gonna be like, wait a minute, he right, that dude was hella good. He just wasn't an all-star. Derek McKee, that used to play for the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he play for the
He was
76ers too?
6'9". He was 6'9". He could play the point. He could rebound it. He could
Gary,
pass
too,
it. He
I
could
think.
shoot it. He
No?
could do all that.
I could be
Career
wrong.
12-point-a-game average guy.
Yeah.
Right.
He played
Ain't
for the
no
Pacers.
reason why he should be an NBA All-Star. But for whatever reason, you take another dude somewhere in the league that was way more productive, didn't have the same type of talent, but he was a better overall player. So I'm saying that to say, people listening, start understanding. Just because you're more talented, it don't make you a better player than
I
somebody
promise I've been
else.
saying that,
It don't.
bro.
Yeah.
L Biggs. Let me ask you this
Ooh, I've
question.
been saying that.
What did Gary Payton do good besides, being a good defensive player, but what did Gary Payton do good besides throw alley-oops to Shawn Kemp?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna tell you this about Gary Payton now. Hold on now. We let's just hold up. I was naming the top 10 point guards. So when you only naming 10, it's really tough
to put him in the 10.
That's tough. That's tough. It is.
Okay. Now, for Gary Payton, I think he was a better defender than he was an offensive player.
For sure.
I think his offensive game was good.
For sure.
His offensive game was good. He wasn't no scrub. You couldn't just not guard him.
Right.
But his defensive game was better. And I think my experiences of being a player, you're either really, really good at one and not as good in the other. Mm-hmm. And then there are some players who are just good at both, and those players are very rare.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But they're just really good at both. Because I think Michael Jordan gets a lot of credit for being a great defender, and I don't think he was a great defender. I thought he was great in the passing lane.
Yeah, well, he got a lot of steals.
He was excellent in the passing.
He got a lot of steals, for sure.
Yeah, he was excellent in passing lane.
Yeah.
Gary Payton was elite. He was good in the passing lane.
One-on-one.
Didn't matter.
He was good in help.
Yes.
He was just elite defensively.
But I see what you're saying. If you're saying, okay, let me throw out the best top 10. If you just narrow it down to 10, it's going to be hard to put some of these, your favorite dudes.
It's tough, man.
In that 10.
So tough, bro.
I get it.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough.
It did make my heart sing lullabies when you had John Stockton in there, though, bro. It really did. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, he's supposed to be in there.
Yeah, he should be.
A lot of people don't believe that, though.
You
would be surprised.
No.
You would be surprised.
People believe it. They don't still think he's number one.
What? A lot of people don't even see him in the top 10.
He's in the top 10.
3.
No.
In the top
10.
3, a lot of people don't see him. I'm like, okay, first of all, he's number one all time in assists, number one all time in steals. Records that probably, when I'm thinking in my head, won't be broken.
And well, we don't know. Our records are made to be broken.
They're made to be, but you got to think the closest man to him right now that's active in assists. Will we get at to Rondo or LeBron? Who's closer right now to John Stockton?
Probably LeBron
in assists.
It's probably LeBron.
LeBron got 10,000 maybe assists. Not quite.
Now I'm gonna say this. Hold on. I gotta say this.
It's tough,
and it's taking nothing away from LeBron's greatness. I just gotta say this.
Right.
At some point, and I hope Bill can walk with me on this one. This is my guy. Bill's my dude. I hope he can walk with me on this.
Walk with me.
At some point, when it comes to LeBron's numbers, we have to start putting the Cal Ripken rule in effect.
Oh.
But longevity is
Ripken move.
But his longevity is allowing him to accrue certain numbers, and this is why I'm saying this, not because he don't deserve it. No. That's a credit to him.
Right.
But here's the deal. When everybody starts factoring in his numbers and what he's doing, the reason why I call it the Cal Ripken, he's becoming the Cal Ripken of basketball, is because now you have people who are, I don't want to call them foolish. I just think it's their opinion, but it's not factual.
Right.
They'll try to take the numbers and say, well, Lamar, based on numbers and the facts, since you like to go by numbers,
analytics,
LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. No, he is not.
Right. He's not
better than Michael Jordan.
Right.
No.
And so I think we got to be careful when we deal with guys who play 18, 20 years and things like that, because you have to start realizing, LeBron, you doing that, and I respect it. But you're only doing that to move the narrative, to put you in the Jordan conversation. There's only one guy that will ever be in the Jordan conversation to me. One guy. And he still is like, everybody call it 1A and 1B. No, it's more like 1A, 1C.
It's outside looking in. It's outside looking in.
That's Kobe.
No doubt. It's outside looking in.
There's nobody like Michael Jordan that ever played the game of basketball.
He's the closest.
I've never seen anybody like him.
He's the closest, but it's still outside.
I mean, I've always said this about LeBron. LeBron to me is an athlete who can play basketball. he's not that skilled of a player. He's not that skilled of a basketball. He's just a athlete that can play the game.
What do we call the skill though? Hold on, let's break down skill though. What is skill? Because I want to hear this because I think a lot of people's definition of what skill is different. Let's really examine what is skill.
I personally think it's more basketball IQ. Like he really knows where everybody is supposed to be. So it makes.
Is that a skill?
I think it is.
Reading plays.
I think smarts. Intelligence is a skill.
Reading defenses.
Basketball IQ. I think is a skill.
That's a skill to me.
Reading defenses is a skill.
Sure, no doubt. So to Bill's point, go ahead.
Dre, Don, and Bill all agree that IQ is a skill.
Sure.
Yeah.
I agree with y'all. All four of us agree. So we know that's a skill.
Right.
Is passing a skill?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, we all know shooting is a skill because that's a skill that everyone thinks that you gotta have. You gotta be able to shoot it.
Absolutely.
You can't shoot, you can't play.
And
Jordan
and LeBron. I mean, Jordan and Kobe were better shooters than LeBron.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, let me give y'all this theory on shooting that I've discovered because I coach a lot of basketball and I'm around it a lot. And this is one thing I've noticed about shooting. And even I take myself when I was a high school player. You have shooters, and then you have guys who are shot takers and shot makers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big difference.
Huge difference.
Exactly.
Okay?
And scores. You have flat out scores, too.
Yeah.
The standard that I tell my guys that play in our AAU program is if you're a guard.
Shout out to the LV Knicks.
Yeah.
And you're a guard, and you play on the perimeter. You have to be, to me, I think you should shoot 44% or higher from 2-point range, which means mid-range jumpers and finishing at the basket.
Layups.
Okay.
That's not a lot to ask for.
Okay. Layups and mid-range, whatever your 2-point shots are.
Minimum.
And from three, you have to be over 35%.
That's not a lot
if
to
you're
ask for.
shooting anything below those two, I'm not going to say you can't shoot. I'm going to say you're a volume shot maker, which means you're capable of making shots, but that don't make you a shooter.
So,
and I think a lot.
So
of
that's Allen
people
Iverson
think,
then. So
yeah.
Allen Iverson.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Allen Iverson is a capable shooter, but I would never call him a shooter.
Right.
Yeah, like Glenn Big Dog Robinson.
Right.
He
But just how you explained it made me think of Allen Iverson immediately.
Right.
I thought of Glenn Big Dog. I thought of Big Dog and Iverson.
Like he's a volume shot taker, but he's capable of making those shots, so you don't say a word to him because he's capable of that.
But here's where it gets deceptive. Because you take a super great player like LeBron James. Now, here's where it gets deceptive. Even Magic Johnson, okay? They're not considered to me. When I watch them play, nothing about them says to me, oh, my God, I better get up on him because he'll make this jump shot.
Sure,
that's not. They're not shooters. But watch this. If you go look up their lifetime field goal percentages
deceptive.
From 2 points.
Very deceptive.
They're
Like Jason Kidd.
Yes.
Jason Kidd crept into that 3-point list, and when he was up there, people was like, "Oh, wow,
yeah, I didn't know."
Jason.
Well, I don't think Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is a Cal Ripken of 3-pointers. I'm sorry.
He hung in there long enough, Biggs. He hung in there long enough.
He was in there so long that
like Vince Carter.
He did develop a better jumper.
He did,
but for his career, he didn't shoot a high percentage.
To put him on the list, he's top 10 on the list right now. Makes right.
I think he's top 5.
Might be top 5 in makes.
All
time. Because he was a Cal Ripken and he'd been around for so long. He Cal Ripken.
But is that his fault? He was around for so long.
No, that's a credit.
No, I think that's an example of how the numbers can be deceptive.
Okay.
Yeah. That's an example of it being a little like deceiving because now, the point I was getting to is I think in today's game, everyone thinks the game has to be played a certain way and it's messing the game up.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be a great shooter if you're smarter than everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand about Magic Johnson, LeBron James,
Yes, sir.
Rajon Rondo type
Smarter.
players, people like that, Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Right.
They were smarter. They wasn't as skilled as shooters, but they were so efficient and smart that they knew how to play the law of averages. And just because you going under the ball screen on me, that don't mean I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to just get a rescreen, and I'm going to get into an area where
That's
I'm
it.
comfortable shooting.
Absolutely.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Boy, look at L Biggs over here dropping.
Drop it.
Huh?
Drop
You-
it.
one of UNLV's finest right here, bro.
Drop it.
Well, no, I ain't going to say finest.
Yeah, well, I will though. That's fair. And
I
you
just
can't
put
make me stop.
uniform on, played a few games here and there, but I ain't going to fight now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But-
indeed, man.
I'm really a student of, basketball,
Absolutely.
and I try to get kids to understand there's more than one way to play. And when I hear people say, oh, you got to be a shooter, well, some people can become better. To me, shooting, now here's what's funny about shooting. I believe everybody can become a better shooter from just repetition and staying in the gym and working on it. You'll never be a shooter, but you can become a better shooter.
Mhm.
I feel like being a great ball handler
Mm-hmm.
or being a great passer or having extremely high basketball IQ, I don't feel like those are things that you could just automatically get better at.
Gotcha.
Like, for example,
Totally
ball handling.
Mm.
What people don't understand is I can go in a gym and I can do all of the curly kneel, around the leg,
Right,
dribbling, and
right.
do all that. I'd never be able to handle the ball like Ray Austin.
Right.
He has an elite ability to be able to dribble like that. Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
from the
Yes.
They were
Pistons,
just
not
good.
Not just,
Kyrie Irving.
Those dudes were just good.
yes.
Yeah.
They have an ability. It's almost like a dude who jumps real high. Like when I played, I was a high flyer.
Right.
So I could do certain things athletically that other dudes couldn't do. And they could do all the calf raises they want to do, run around the block.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
Get them calves
They
big. You
just
still will
won't
never be able to do what I
that.
do.
Yeah, you just won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because God innately, and what people don't understand what ball handling is, here is the gift that make guys or players great ball handlers.
Yeah.
When you have the hand-eye coordination.
Mhm.
Rod
Absolutely.
Strickland.
Boy. Special.
Yes. And you have, and when I think about good ball handlers, okay, let me say this. You have your fancy dribblers who are your Kyries, your Isaiah Thomases, but they all have ball control. But then you have a guy like Magic Johnson, and it puzzles me to this day. I watched Magic through all the eras of when he came in the NBA.
You was like, why did nobody rip this dude?
It aggravates me.
Yes.
It
Oh my
aggravates me.
God, bro.
Because when he got it off in transition, now it didn't aggravate me in transition because I could totally understand in transition because when I watched him young and then I continued to watch him through his prime, when he got that rebound and pushed, he was like a locomotive. I don't think nobody was better than him but LeBron James. They look very similar when they get that ball off the rim and they start pushing.
Yeah.
It's like he Magic Johnson and LeBron are two of the best ever at that, right?
No doubt.
So when he started doing that, that's when he was magic. That's when he was magic.
Right.
Okay, but when they went to half court basketball
Terrible.
and he
It's all
had to
bad.
bring the ball up the court,
It was all
that
bad.
man was not Magic. He was Irvin.
Yes.
Okay, he was
Yes.
Irvin.
We called him by his
You know
government
what I
name.
mean? He was Irvin. But what made him better than everybody else was I was watching him. I was like, man, this dude is putting it in his left hand for a minimum of maybe 3 dribbles,
Maybe.
and he going back
Going
to the right.
back to the
He
right.
backing you down. You can't take it from him.
That's it.
Too big.
That high, his ball control was unreal
Yeah.
Yo-yo with the ball.
because he was one with the ball.
Yeah.
True. That's true.
You couldn't take it from him.
Nope.
And that takes hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
At his size,
Positioning.
it takes the body control,
Body
and
control.
athleticism. And
Absolutely.
it's just, so I believe God just blessed certain people
Yeah.
to be able to do certain things. And then we're like, how are they able to do that?
Yeah.
I
You know-
can never do that. I can try to bag people down all the time. Won't work.
Well, you know, Big, sometime when I'm playing in adult league, sometime I look myself in the mirror and I'm like, boy, how are you still able to get these dudes buckets out here? How are you still able to score the way that you do?
It shouldn't be happening like this. How is it going down like this, bro?
Yeah.
I'm old and slow. How am I still giving y'all buckets out here, bro?
Yeah.
Why are
Shouldn't
y'all
be
looking at
happening.
me to score
Don
20
Don
points? I'm too
Don
old.
Don just texted me and said, Don just texted me and said, Biggs, his secret is he in the 50 and over league.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
Biggs, man. Look, man. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
For sure,
basketball breakdown, man. It's always good to talk with you, man,
Yes, sir.
and discuss basketball, just sports in general, but specifically basketball, man. Because I mean, you, it's like what is it? Basketball for dummies.
Mm.
Like you break it down, bro,
Yeah.
and you know we appreciate you for that, man. And again,
No doubt,
bro,
man.
we gotta get Miss Taylor Bigby, Nevada Player of the Year, onto the show.
Yeah.
If we do it in person, if we do it by phone, it doesn't matter. We need to interview that young lady, man, and just pick her brain, man,
Yeah.
for a little bit, man, if that's cool with you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll figure out a day, man.
Yes.
Don, I'll get with you and hit you up.
Absolutely.
Because we quarantining, so
Oh,
she ain't got nothing to
absolutely.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But let me
Yeah.
tell you, she's such a so I got to make sure I make sure her her plans ain't she ain't got stuff going
That's
on.
right,
You know,
that's
she
right.
even got her quarantine plan.
Right. I mean,
I'm
she a
watching
teenager, bro.
Netflix at this time.
Come on, man.
Man, please.
She's a
man.
teenager, bro.
She is
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. She got her Netflix planned out. When she getting
Oh,
the food,
that's
or
funny.
she
You better-
talking
you better-
to the end.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But no, I'm gonna get her on the show so y'all can talk to her, man.
Absolutely,
and let her
man.
have her own little deal where she can
Yes,
holler at
indeed.
y'all. But
Yes,
hey, man,
indeed.
I
All right, bro.
appreciate y'all,
Big,
man.
we
I wanted to
appreciate
support,
that,
man.
homeboy.
All
Big
right,
time,
brother.
man. We appreciate you, man. Lamar Bigby,
All right,
man.
peace and love, man.
Peace.
All
Love,
love,
bro.
man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. One of Michigan's finest right there, man. One of UNLV's finest, man.
Yeah.
Right there, man. Lamar Bigby.
Lamar
Shout out
Bigby,
to the
man.
Las Vegas Knicks AAU program, man. Doing a great job with those young fellas too, man.
Yeah.
So,
LTBB in the building, man. Right before we get out of here, your boy Luka Doncic is in a little bit of hot water for putting out a racist tweet.
What?
But he took it
Ruh-roh.
down.
Oh, well.
Is it does it count if he put it up and
Did
then
it go
take it
up?
down?
Did it go up?
Yeah, it went up.
Well, who matters?
Don't press send.
Who gives a damn if it came down? If it went up? Who cares?
Does it get a pass?
If it went up, who cares if it came down?
You know that's Quan's boy.
Now,
right
you
there.
can you can type whatever.
Yeah.
But when you push send,
Yeah, man.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
and then you try to erase it, it's too
Hey,
late.
that's on you.
That's still too late.
So
That's too
you-
late.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Well, we were going to kind of break down the all decade, NFL all decade teams, both offense and defense, but we can definitely save that
For Saturday.
for Saturday's
Yeah.
show, man, because that could be a show
Yeah.
in and of itself, man.
Yeah.
But we talked a lot of good basketball, good coaching versus players
Yeah.
stuff today, man. And it was a great show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Excellent,
appreciate it. I
bro.
appreciate everybody chiming in. Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio
Who was
show.
the real man
Yeah.
in New England? I mean, who really ran the
Yeah.
show?
Yeah.
I mean, and
Who
it's,
really ran the show?
So it's
You didn't give yours. You didn't give yours.
I didn't, and me being a Joe Montana guy, it's really difficult for me to say that Tom Brady is the GOAT, but he is.
How many of the things he got?
Got 6.
So when you go to his
So he
house, he
was-
got a trophy
so
case.
he
got 6.
so he was the reason why they
And
were.
look, Tom Brady, and we just talked about IQ. That's an intangible skill, bro. Tom Brady he's very, very smart as a quarterback, bro. Like we seen quarterbacks just be willy-nilly, man, and just do all kinds of insane stuff. Tom Brady is just on a different level mentally, bro.
Yeah.
He just is. Regardless of who's head coaching, he's different mentally, bro.
We about to see.
Oh yeah, we definitely
we
gonna
gonna
see.
see.
He got a nice little
We
crop
about to
there.
see. We about to see on both sides.
He got some good young wideouts. One of his wideouts ain't really a good route runner. Hopefully they work on that soon.
Let the
But-
ball
No,
bounce.
he,
We'll
he,
see.
he is what he is.
We'll
Just let him,
see.
just let him do what he
No,
does.
you need to work on them route running.
We get
You need to
somebody else the inside
Need to
run
work on
them
that
good
tree.
routes.
Work on that tree.
Yeah.
This is what we do, man.
Yeah.
We give you guys the best of sports talk radio, man. LTBB in the building every Tuesday at 6 p.m., every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Coast time, man. Follow Let the Ball Bounce on IG. Follow it on Twitter. That's with 1 T. And follow us on Facebook, man. And hit us up at lettheballbounce@gmail.com if you want to be a sponsor of the show, man. Download the Gorilla Cross app on your phone, man. Follow the Let the Ball Bounce crew, man. We are here for you. And we appreciate you guys, man. And guess what? If you're scared,
You better go to church.